Hi guys, it's Hannah with Clients on Command here, and I just wanted to make this quick video to share with you the new online model that we're using with our mortgage clients and how we're using it to get some incredible results here during the pandemic. It's April 30th right now, and these are very recent results. And how we're using the new way to generate $2 leads and sometimes much cheaper, $40 appointments, and a 77% response rate, or up to a 77% response rate from these internet leads, which is really, really high, and how you can do the same thing. And it's not in spite of the pandemic, but actually because of it. Now, you might not know that competition has dropped and demand has gone up. So that's a winning combination of everything being cheaper. Cost per lead is about 70% cheaper across the board. I mean, long form leads that would cost us still cheap, still $10, $20, which is really cheap compared to other standard mortgage lead prices, are costing us like between 90 cents and $1.85 per lead now. And actually just yesterday we were getting 56-cent leads. Our cost per qualified appointment is 60 to 70% cheaper as well. And the overall kind of ROI, all the numbers are going down. So an average cost per lead in the mortgage industry could be $120. Cost per appointment could be between $300 and $1,000. Average cost per close, between $1,500 and $2,400. And these are actually low numbers compared to what the industry standard is. So what we're currently getting is about a $2 cost per lead, about a $20 to $40 cost per appointment, and an average cost per close of around $80 to $150. So these are some outstanding results. And not only that, but our ads are just, they're really effective, and people are being very responsive to them. So people are contacting our clients first. Like, we run an ad and now the prospects are reaching out first. And it's because right now everyone's at home and they have more time on their hands. So if you're not advertising right now, you really are missing out on a huge opportunity. And calls are getting scheduled right away. So this was a message from a client just last week, and calls were scheduled on the first day that we launched. I mean, this isn't something that I can promise to anybody, but it's just to give you an idea of the opportunity that's out there. And online ROI is just increasing across the board. So old campaigns of the average ROI might be between 100, 200, maybe up to 400%, but we're getting crazy ROI, like what in terms of ad spend versus what's coming out, like 3,000 to 5,000% ROI, which is like 20%, is 20 times higher than the industry average, and it's higher than what we used to get, and we still get a great ROI. But right now, it's the highest it's ever been. And again, higher response rates. This is a 77% response rate that we got from automatic text messages. So when a lead comes in, we send an automatic message, and this is we're getting 77% response rates, which is really high. So 77 people out of 100 who come through our funnel are responding. And again, they're even calling first. And we're booking more sales appointments than ever. This is just from the last week, and you can see these are long form leads, and all the ones in green are the really good like high credit scores. And so it's just, these are some of the results that's been possible right now. And so some important things to keep in mind: people are still searching for homes and mortgages more than ever. Everybody's at home staring at their phones. And cost per lead is lower than ever. Response rate is higher than ever. So if you're thinking about advertising, absolutely now is the right time. Mortgage campaigns are completely crushing it. Ads are cheaper than ever. People are buying, and you have a chance to really get like bang for your buck right now. It's a huge opportunity to come out ahead of your competition. And even if you're terrible at closing, for example, it's an amazing time to grow your prospect pipeline and leads database. I mean, a database of leads is an asset that any business should be growing to make their business more valuable. But you can't do things the old way anymore. So what people, now more than ever, you have to adapt and come up to speed and do the new way of doing things that works. So the old way is you're chasing the client, you're chasing the customer, you're paying way too much in ads that don't work, like TV and billboards. The sales conversation is hard because the dynamic is off. Leads have to be convinced too much during the call. After the sales conversation or the consultation, you have to chase the leads, and most opportunities slip through the cracks. And then so that means that you lose too many prospects to the competition, and you're massively overpaying and getting low ROI. Now, there's also the online old way of doing things, which is just focusing on lead generation. That's what most agencies and marketing, professionals are focusing on, the cost per lead. Then the leads are just sent right to your website or straight to an application page. It's really hard to fill in. Most leads don't even opt in because the offer isn't good. Leads that do opt in, again, have to be chased to turn into appointments. Then most of those leads are cold and unqualified. Then after the conversation, the leads have to be chased again and manually, the sales people have to call and follow up, and most leads slip through the crack because there is no follow-up, because it's hard to follow up with all the leads. And again, you're losing too many prospects to the competition, massively overpaying and getting low ROI. So the new way is that the customer chases you. That means that they raise their hand first, and you're generating appointments, not leads. So marketing should be geared around generating qualified appointments. And so you're attracting more people, more prospects with a higher converting offer. And you are getting more appointments because you're not just sending the leads to your homepage, you're putting them through an end-to-end funnel. And then the leads are warmer on the sales call because they've had more contact points and they've been educated. And the sales conversations are easier because leads have been pre-qualified as well. And then follow-up is easier because it's been automated. You're not relying on people to do all of the follow-up. And then less prospects of yours are lost to your competition because you have a long-term nurturing sequence in place. And lower cost per lead. All of this leads to a much lower cost per lead and a lower cost per close and a much higher ROI. So here is that new way of generating qualified sales appointments during COVID. So, sales appointments, consultations, pre-approvals for your mortgage business during COVID. So I like to call it full funnel online advertising. So why online advertising? Well, online ads really do let you market your offer faster, easier, and more cost efficiently than any way else, if you do it right. And you can do it at scale to your exact perfect ideal prospects. That said, you have to do it right. But so what types of ads? Really, one of the top types of ads that's working in the mortgage industry right now because of the prices and the targeting is Facebook ads. Now, we also do YouTube and Google ads, but Facebook is really crushing it right now. But I do want to say that more important than just the ad, whether it's a great ad or a bad ad, whether it's a Facebook ad or a Google ad, is the funnel that happens after the ad. And this is what most agencies and marketing professionals are not talking about. So the ad is just the traffic part of the equation. But if you look at this is an entire sales funnel, marketing and sales funnel, going all the way down to the lead converting into a deal. And ads are just the very, very tip of the iceberg. I mean, some ads might capture the lead, but most of them don't. But what an end-to-end online funnel will do, like a full end-to-end online funnel, not only will it attract the traffic with the right ads, it will then capture the leads and then pre-qualify those leads and get them to book the appointment and with reminders and follow-up. And so that then after the appointment or the sales conversation comes the consideration phase, and that's where a lot of leads drop off. But if you have the right online funnel in place, you can nurture those leads during the consideration phase all the way up to the conversion phase. So that's the difference between just ads and an entire funnel. So the old way of mortgage online marketing is just kind of a generic ad bragging about your company, sent to the website. Sometimes it has a lead capture, then you kind of hope something happens. But if the lead doesn't decide to call or submit an application right then and there, they're just pretty much lost forever. The virtual appointment and sales funnel, an end-to-end funnel, is you start with a really targeted audience. So you want to start with custom and lookalike audiences on Facebook. These are audiences that look like your best prospects. So if you aren't uploading your current database of clients to Facebook, then you're missing a huge step. Then you want to create an irresistible ad, an offer that appeals to your target audience. And then you absolutely have to be capturing leads. There are many ways that you can capture leads, but you have to have a dedicated way of capturing name, email, and phone number. And you should also be offering some sort of education or some sort of irresistible offer, which warms them up to you. You also want to make sure that all the leads are pre-qualified before they get to you, and you can do that automatically. So you want to only be spending your time talking to your very best prospects. And then after they've submitted their information, you want to immediately follow up with them by SMS, email, and Facebook Messenger. And it's been shown that any new lead should be followed up with 6 to 12 times within the first week, because after that, a lead will go cold really fast. You should follow up within the first 5 minutes, and then 6 to 12 times within the first week. And then the lead should be delivered instantly to either you or your salesperson so that they can be called and an appointment can be scheduled. So you shouldn't, the leads should be automatically sent to you. And then after the conversation, you should have some sort of retargeting and nurturing email sequence in place so that the leads that don't close immediately, while they're still considering, you are kept top of mind. So here are the 4 most important tips, just to save you time and money. Just ads or leads are just kind of worthless. I mean, you should really be focusing on generating qualified appointments. And the ad platform isn't as important as the end-to-end funnel that happens after the ad. You really need to be pre-qualifying the leads before you speak to them, and you can do that automatically. And therefore, you're only sending qualified and educated leads to your salespeople. And then you have to be making immediate contact. So as soon as a lead is captured, contact them immediately. It's been shown that even if you wait 5 minutes, that lead will start to forget about you. So it should be absolutely made to be automatic. And then you want to automate the follow-up and the nurturing after the conversation. So you nurture prospects both before and after the sales conversation to stay top of mind and increase overall conversion rates. So here's some tips about how to generate appointments and sales right now during the pandemic. So first tip is an irresistible ad. So the old way is to kind of show a generic ad, like here we are, this is what we do, we're your local mortgage lender. And the new way is to have an irresistible ad. So one tip that's working right now is to reflect their current concerns. People are concerned about the economy, they're concerned about COVID. Mention that. They know that mortgage rates are going down, so just flat out mention it. Another thing is, mention COVID. We're all affected by it. And so use that as an excuse to give them some sort of great offer. And again, an irresistible offer, something that really that you are willing to give, but that really gets them excited and want to work with you. And another little tip is you can show a list of homes. The ads that work for real estate agents and realtors work just as well for mortgage brokers and mortgage lenders. So you can actually take a list of homes, different types of homes, or even specific homes, and use those to generate your own leads. And the second step is to capture and pre-qualify your leads. So the old way is just to kind of send it to a page on your website. Like here we have, a local mortgage company, not local to where I am, but it's a local mortgage company, and you can see this really ugly looking page that you have to sign in to start a mortgage loan application, and it's just a really clunky process. The new way is to make it easy, like a quiz. So once a lead comes through, we send them to a page that looks like this. And they can just click really easily, like a quiz. Is this your first home purchase? Yes. Which type of home would you like to buy? Single family, townhouse, boom. Next. If we get you qualified, how soon would you like to buy a home? It's like a quiz. And we have a whole long series of 13 questions. And the conversion rates are just so much higher because it's so much more easy and fun to go through. So number 3 is you want to automatically follow up with every lead that comes through. So once a lead has, the information's been captured, they've been pre-qualified, now you immediately want to reach out and get in touch with that lead. But the problem is sometimes, you're just too busy. You can't. And in fact, they've done a study, and in the real estate industry, the average response time is 3 hours and 8 minutes across the board for realtors and mortgage professionals to get back to leads. And in fact, 55% never even receive a response. Now, whether that's through lack of trying or just it's not possible. So that means that 45% of leads are wasted due to bad follow-up. So the new way is to make it automatic. So after they go through this this kind of quiz, right when they submit their information, they immediately are sent a follow-up message to their Facebook Messenger or to their text. And the very first messages can be automated. So it can say something like, hi, I have the results of your quiz. I'm happy to discuss your options with you. Are you ready to discuss now? That happens immediately. So 100% of leads are followed up with immediately. And you can pre-program, which is what we do if you use the right software, 6 to 10 attempts within the first week via text, Facebook Messenger, and email, because this can all be automated now. There's no excuse for leads to be slipping through the cracks. And this raises the response rate just through the roof, 35 to 75% response rate. So the fourth step is you really have to follow up until they book an appointment. Leads need to be followed up with relentlessly. So the old way is to only follow up 1 to 3 times. That's from the same study that they did, that in the real estate industry, most leads are followed up with like maybe 1 to 2 times. It's 100% manual, and salespeople, agents, people just give up. The new way is to automate that. So again, 6 to 10 follow-up attempts within the first week. Now this is our dashboard of the software that we use, of our own internal software, where we actually combine all of the follow-ups into one dashboard. We have the first SMS that goes out, the first email that goes out, and the first call that goes out. All of this happens automatically until we make contact. And once we make contact with the human, once the human contact is made, then it switches over to the client to take it over from there. But so what that means is that your salespeople, yourself, or if salespeople work for you, they can just focus on closing rather than following up, rather than chasing. 5 is to nurture now these leads long term. So the old way is that the leads that aren't closed immediately are just basically forgotten. So marketing hands them off to sales, sales tries to close them, but if they're not closed instantly, well, then that's it. They just get forgotten about. And it's been proven, it's been shown that 75% of leads are wasted because only 25% of on leads are worth pursuing right now. That's just kind of across the board. Not every single lead is ready to buy right now, but they still, opt in for things. But 64% of internet leads are looking to purchase within the next 6 months. So immediate leads, they've shown that it's about 25% are ready to buy now. But within 6 months, that raises by like 40%. So what do you do in the meantime? Do you just let those leads kind of just die and you never see them again? What you should be doing is having some sort of nurturing sequence in place so that you are the one that stays top of mind while they're in the decision-making mode, while they're waiting to finally be ready to purchase. And if it's not you, it will be your competitor. So because of this, billions of dollars are wasted on leads. So the solution is to nurture them long term. So we have an automatic nurturing sequence, email and text message, that goes for 180 days. And we also do retargeting ads to keep you top of mind always. These are just the ads that you see that follow you everywhere around. They're not aggressive, they're just a reminder. They're like branding ads to keep you top of mind. And then the email nurturing campaign with, what you can do in the email nurturing campaign. This is where you can share client success stories. You can answer frequently asked questions. You can just anything just that's of value or that's interesting or that just keeps you top of mind. And so the results of this is that we're getting really, really low cost per lead, especially now during Corona because prices are cheaper than ever. So $1 to $5 leads, like qualified long form leads, $20 to $40 appointments. The ROI is it's almost ridiculous when I say the numbers, and the pipelines are very healthy. And so this is the result that you can have because the coronavirus is an opportunity. Like if you put the right system in place now with these prices, it's a huge opportunity for you. So you can build your pipeline and database more cost effectively than ever. Advertising costs are lower than ever, and your database is one of your business's most valuable assets. You can stay ahead of the competition. You can get ahead and stay ahead of the competition because while your competitors are kind of sitting on their heels waiting, if you go out, you can have a flying head start and be the one that people turn to when they're ready to buy. And it's a perfect excuse for limited time offers. Everyone knows that we're in this really strange and unusual limited time and scarcity sells. That's why Black Friday is so successful. So you can come up with some really successful offers. And then you can build out your online sales and marketing funnel. Moving forward, more sales, everything's going to have to be done more online. So why not build that out now when the prices are like rock bottom? So you're going to have to do it sooner or later. Why not do it now? So with that said, I want to go ahead and extend an invitation to help you take advantage of this time that we're in right now and come out ahead stronger than your competition and stronger than you ever thought before. So I'm offering free consultations. Go ahead and click the button below. There should be a calendar below, or you can go to clientsoncommand.com/consultation, get a Corona customized online marketing plan, and start taking advantage of this now. And I'm also offering some of my own specials. We're giving up to a 50% discount, and we're going to give a free Google review campaign and a free leads database activation campaign. It's been proven to reactivate old dead leads that you have lying around and get them back, turn them back into actual customers. And we're also giving away a virtual mortgage sales kit, which shares our highest converting mortgage sales presentation and top objections and our top sales script. So start filling your pipeline now. Now is the time to come out way ahead of the competition and focus on the fact that you just have such a huge opportunity for ROI and just really high value. So we only take on clients that we can promise a better ROI to, and we absolutely guarantee leads and appointments and ROI, or if we feel like we can't, we won't take you on as a client. So now is the time to really get bang for your buck. So go ahead and schedule an appointment below, or if you want to go to the mortgage specific consultation page, it's clientsoncommand/mortgage-consultation-2, but it should be, if you click a link below, it should lead you right to the calendar page. And I hope this was a little bit informative, gave you some hope, and yeah, I look forward to speaking with you. Have a great day.